sure of. You guys can talk about it on Sunday. A possible leaked Royal Rumble. Along during the match.
Let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Let's ride. Let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
One more time, Broncos country, let's ride.
Broncos country, let's ride. Let's ride. Let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Let's ride. Let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Let's ride.
One more time, Broncos country, let's ride.
Broncos country, let's ride. Let's ride. Let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Let's ride. Let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
One more time, Broncos country, let's ride.
Broncos country, let's ride. Let's ride. Let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Let's ride. Let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
One more time, Broncos country, let's ride.
Broncos country, let's ride.
What up, what up, what up, people? What up, people? What up, King in the building? You can talk your noise, I don't care. Hold on. You can talk your noise, I don't care. We are celebrating with the 1972 Dolphins, baby. Let's go. Still the only undefeated team left to ever do it. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what it is. We're going to be joined again by Get the Tables. Tony from Get the Tables on Twitch. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be joined again. Y'all know what it is. We're talking a lot of football. We talking NCAA. We talking college football. Might get into a little of the NBA. But you know what it is. Dynamite J, what's good? If you're on YouTube, shout out to y'all. Much love to y'all. I want to apologize for the late start. We had technical difficulties again, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get into it, let's do the Bronco Country video one more time.
Let's ride. Let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Let's ride.
Let's ride, baby.
Let's ride.
Smoking that Eagles pack, baby. Broncos country.
Broncos country.
Even though they lost too. I just like saying Broncos country. Let's ride.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
One more time, Broncos country, let's ride.
Broncos country, let's ride.
All right, let's stop playing. Let's get into the show, baby. Yes, sir. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all see me celebrating with the Dolphins, ladies and gentlemen. 1972 Dolphins. I told y'all last week that the Eagles were going to lose. Y'all called me a hater. You said I was crazy. I didn't know what I was talking about. You know, I was just hating on the Eagles. Hey, what happened? What happened? What happened? You see the drinks, baby. What's good, Tony? How you doing? I know Tony's in a good mood, too. Buccaneers got to win. Tony is the weekly winner, so shout out to Tony, ladies and gentlemen. He's the weekly winner. 9 wins this week. I got 7. Rob got 7. D-Web got 5. So Tony's the weekly winner. He still ain't sent me the shirts and the shirt size, anything.
Yeah, I'll do that right after the stream.
So he can get his last win. He got.
I'm gonna send it right now.
I owe him 2 things, and he still ain't sent it to me yet, man. So, but how's it going? How's everything going?
I'm doing fine. I see you're partying over there over Eagles robbing over last night.
Robbing.
They got robbed last night. Bad calls there.
I don't want to hear that because when
A couple of bad calls definitely could have went another way.
What was the bad call?
You know which one.
What was the bad call?
The fumble, the blatant face mask that
They
that
didn't
man
see
was
it.
receiving.
They didn't see it.
That was horrible.
It's funny. It's funny because the Eagles fans, hold on, I'm trying to update the YouTube and talk because YouTube did not do what it's supposed to do. But the Eagles, it's funny that the Eagles fans were telling us Sunday, oh, shut up, play through it. That's what happened. You know, bad calls happen because they gave us a horrible holding call in overtime. And then they missed the pass interference. That was blatant pass interference on CeeDee Lamb, right? Right before the 4th down play. But they told us to shut up and deal with it. So, hey, Eagles fans, you can do the same thing. Shut up.
Shut up, bitch.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You lost to a 4-5 team, Washington Commanders, a team that we beat with Cooper Rush, and we're going to beat again with Dak Prescott in a few weeks. Hey, the Giants are on your ass. That's all I'm going to say. And really, Cowboys low-key are still on your ass, too, because we got to play y'all again, and then we got to play Washington and the Giants again, which we already beaten them. So I'm just saying, Philly better wake up.
Oh, I think they got. I mean, I think if you really think about it, they're probably glad they got that loss out of their hands.
They had to lose eventually.
The whole undefeated talk and bullshit like that. But I think it was a rough win or a rough loss, excuse me, last night to the Commanders. A couple of interesting calls in that game, especially the fumble on Goddard, and then the last play of the game with the roughing the passer. I think was it roughing the passer or was it unsportsmanlike conduct?
It was roughing the passer, and it was a stupid call on the Eagles. The guy slid down and 2 guys still dove on him. Stupid.
I think it was more on. I'm not sure who they called the penalty on. It was on what player it was.
Really both of
but
them.
the hit to the head, yeah, that was unfortunate, and he obviously should have not even touched him because he did take his knee and went down. But overall, a rough loss for the Eagles last night, if you're asking me.
It was great,
especially I would be salty if I was an Eagles fan today because of that blatant missed call on the face mask and the fumble. That was a huge play, man. That was huge.
They fumbled again right after it, so it don't matter.
Yeah, that was another rough
so
one.
it don't matter.
I'm just saying, like that really, stuff like that kills momentum, kills drives, and
get it back.
That was rough. That was rough.
Get it back. I don't want to hear no excuses. All that BS they was talking Sunday. Oh, we undefeated. Dark was even on the podcast stream, the wrestling podcast. Yeah, we about to go 9-0. Him and Philly Webb, all them talking. We about to be 9-0. We're going undefeated. We're running the table, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, shut up. You ain't doing shit. You just yes. The undefeated streak is over. Now, what is stupid, I thought Cowboys fans overreacted. Eagles fans are calling in the radio station this morning and asking for the defensive head coach, defensive coordinator to be fired.
Really?
They're 8-1, and you're asking for the defensive coordinator to be fired. Like, what is wrong with y'all?
Well, I know the run defense for the Eagles is not very good. And I know they're missing Jordan Davis, and I saw something on today when I was watching ESPN in the morning that with Jordan Davis out on injury or whatever he is, it's the difference between having like a top 10 defense, run defense, and a bottom tier run defense. So he's making a big deal or a big loss for them not being in the game. Or being able to play. So
he wasn't doing much when he played.
But they're saying that he's a major factor of why they play such good run defense.
Excuses.
Now, I don't know if that's the truth or not.
That's all Philly do.
I don't know if he makes that big of a difference because when I see Philly Twitter, that's the main focus that I see is that the run defense is trash. So
it is. Cowboys run defense is trash. So we should fire Dan Quinn.
It was very noticeable last night because they got ran on, and they're gonna need to get that fixed for the playoffs because the teams that they're gonna face have, pretty good run games, other than maybe the Bucks, who are starting to establish that. But if they start playing teams that can run the ball on them and get the play action pass going, the Eagles could be in trouble. I'm not saying that they are. I still think they're a top 5 tier team. They're in my power rankings, but
yeah, okay.
Definitely there's some things they need to work on for sure.
Yeah. Eagles, this the reason I don't like Philly fans, because they full of bullshit excuses. Like, again, they've been making excuses for what week did we play there? Was that week 6? Something like that?
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
They started making excuses for the Christmas Day rematch or the Christmas Eve rematch right after the game. Oh, it's not going to matter to us. It's this and that. This, y'all can have that game. You already making excuses. First of all, that's a lie. It always matters to the Eagles. It always matters. Dallas week. We want Dallas. Dallas shirts. We this and that. Stop playing. Even when y'all suck and we suck, the Eagles and Cowboys games matter. So, miss me with the BS, but we go get back to the Eagles. Let's get into the rest of the NFL. Once again, Tony is the weekly winner. So let's run down these games real quick.
Let's do it.
Panthers. I did not see this one coming. I picked the Falcons. You picked you wanted Carolina to win, but you picked the Falcons.
Yeah.
The Panthers take out the Falcons 25-15. Falcons 4-6. Panthers 3-7. I love those black helmets that they got.
Dude, those black helmets are sweet. They're nice.
Yeah. So, what Dynamite say? AJ better than CD Lamb. Yeah. Well, we get into all that. Buccaneers. Tony's Buccaneers take out Seattle 21-16 in Germany. The first half, they looked like the team I was scared of, and then the second half, they kind of came back to reality. So, what is your thought on that game, as far as your team?
There's some positives coming out. They got the run game going. Looks like they got. I'm glad that they're starting to play the rookie, and I think it was more because I don't know if you heard the story that Fournette didn't get his visa till late, so that's the reason why Rachaad White had to start the game. And I thought he did a fantastic job. He's a great change of pace player because obviously he's more faster than Fournette. Fournette's more of a ground and pound type of dude.
Yeah.
So I thought he did a great job. The run game was great for a change, finally. But there's still a lot of things they need to work on. 21 points. Ollie could have had a lot more. The dumb, bogus reverse pass to Brady. I don't know what they were thinking on that. I mean, if Brady doesn't trip, I mean, that's a touchdown, though. I'm just saying. But
Stop. He's not. He even said on Twitter, talking about, I would have mossed you if I didn't fall.
man, come on, man.
Stop, man.
But yeah, that wasn't a very smart play. I don't know what they were trying to do there. They left a lot of points on the board. They were driving downfield when they did that dumb play. Defense, 2 weeks in a row have showed up and have played very, very good.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear that it was the Seahawks. Seahawks were riding high. They have been playing very good ball the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear that they're playing the Seahawks and that's a game they should have won. The Seahawks are playing tough. They're the division leaders for a reason.
Yeah.
So they held them to only 16 points. Finally got a turnover. Yeah, the Bucs still have a lot of work to do. They got to bye this week, which is I think perfect timing. And we'll see what happens when they come out the bye. But I thought there were some positives, definitely from the defensive side.
Yeah.
Offense still needs some work, but seeing that running game finally get going, it was nice to see.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What up, Alice? I don't know why YouTube just did not put none of my categories how I had it, but it's fixed now. So,
that's a low blow, G-Dog. That's a low blow, bro.
G-Dog, I see your comment. Wow. But yeah, man, in the fourth quarter, though, that defense wasn't stepping up too big because Seattle was moving that rock in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but that was because of a stupid pick by Brady. You know, a dumb pick. They were able to get down to get the short field. They went down and scored. And that play that Geno Smith threw that touchdown pass to Goodwin was a hell of a throw and a hell of a catch because that man was covered and Geno Smith got smacked.
So what about the other touchdown when they went right up the field in the fourth quarter? Geno was moving the ball in the fourth quarter. They just ran out of time.
I don't know, man. I feel like the Bucs were in control for the majority of that game. I mean, they shut them out in the first half pretty well.
Yeah.
I think they had 3 points, I believe.
It was 0.
Maybe 6. Oh, that's 0. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the Bucs did a really, really good job. But again, there's a lot of work still to be done. The only thing that's in their benefit is that they're in a very bad division. So, you know, granted, they're in sole possession right now of first place. Hopefully the Falcons keep on losing. The Panthers as well. Saints are trash, as we all can see. So, I mean, we just got to worry about winning games right now. And we'll be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And you cannot tell me a team with Brady in the playoffs don't make you worried.
Again, the first half that I saw, I was like, you don't want to see this team in the playoffs.
I'm just saying.
And then in the second half, I was like, all right, maybe you be all right if you see them. So I got to see what they do the next game, man. The first half, I was like, yeah, we don't want to see them. Second half, I was like, oh, never mind.
We'll see.
Yeah, I got to see another game like that out of them first before I decide. Geno Smith, 23 of 33, 275, 2 touchdowns. White, 22 carries, 105 yards on the ground.
He's a monster.
Yeah, they did their thing. Another game no, I didn't. I wanted to predict it, but I just didn't trust it. Vikings over the Bills.
Woof.
33-30, game of the week right there.
Dude, game of the year. I mean, there's what the hell?
What happened?
Oh, I know what happened. I went on ESPN and there goes they played an ad like they did you. God damn it!
There you go. See, I'm glad you finally got the experience. Yes.
It's like who's playing music?
That's why I don't even use the same computer anymore. I just use my laptop now for ESPN to read the stats and highlights now.
That game was unfreaking believable.
Yeah.
How the Vikings were able to win that game, it's still crazy to me because everything was against them. They were down, 17. They came back, and they don't get the 4th down conversion to score to go up, and they end up getting a fumble recovery in the end zone.
Josh Allen
to go up and to they eventually Buffalo drove down the field and tied it, but. What a crazy game. And Justin Jefferson, my God, showing everyone why he's the best wide receiver in the game. I don't understand how he was able to catch that pass one-handed over a guy just cradling over his back. Like, God damn, that was an unbelievable catch. Unbelievable game. I hope we see these two teams again. The Super Bowl.
No. Don't want to see it. Kirk Cousins, 357 yards, 30 for 50, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Josh Allen leads the league in interceptions and turnovers. 2 interceptions again, 330 yards, 1 touchdown, 29 to 43. Dalvin Cook, FSU legend, 14 carries for 119 yards, 8.5 carries, a touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 128 on 12 catches. Jefferson, 193 on 10 catches. They was going at it, man.
Yeah, they were.
Allen Lazard's the best. King, stop. Allen Lazard ain't even the best receiver on your team right now. Like, yeah, okay, now don't come here talking stupid. Allen Lazard was shut down, which we're gonna get into that because that game really pissed me off for multiple reasons. But once we get to the Cowboys game, we'll talk about it. But the Vikings, 33-30, they will play the Cowboys next. So, ooh-wee. 8-1. The Bills are 6-3, just lost 2 in a row. I picked the next game. I picked Chicago to win, and they end up blowing it at the end, giving up 21 points in the fourth quarter to Detroit. Both teams, Detroit is 3-6. Chicago is 3-7. Justin Fields had 147 yards rushing with 2 touchdowns. You have any thoughts on that game, or we keep moving?
Just Justin Fields, man, showing out again, 2 weeks in a row, showing that there is some promise with that young man. If he could just get a little bit of a passing game going, that dude could be scary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
Tennessee Titans moved to 6-3 as they beat the Let's Ride Broncos. 17-10. Broncos are 3-6. Season is over.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, 21-42, 286 yards, 1 touchdown. He threw a game-losing interception at the end of the game, just like Josh Allen did in the Buffalo game. But everybody loves Josh Allen so much. I've been telling you that team is flawed, but hey, don't nobody want to listen to me. Don't nobody want to listen to me. That team is flawed. They have flaws now. I've seen Josh Allen play 4 years. I know what he can and can't do. Like, he's good, but he's flawed.
I feel like, well, we'll get to when we talk about the Bills and the power rankings. We'll get to them.
All right. Chiefs take out the Jags, 27-17. Pat Mahomes, 331 yards, 4 touchdowns. Chiefs are 7-2. Jags are 3-7. Dolphins take out the Browns, 39-17. Tua, 3 touchdowns, 285 yards. I believe Watson is coming back this week for the Browns, so that would be nice to see against Houston. So let's see what the Browns can do. They're 3-6. They will have to win out in order to have any chance at the playoffs. But I think they're done. I don't think Watson just comes in and ball like that unless I feel like he's going to be rusty. So,
yeah, I mean, I would be shocked if he comes out and makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Like you said, he's been out for a year and a half, almost 2 years out of the NFL. I don't expect him to go out there and throw 340, 400 yards or something around those lines, but
he might. It's the Texans.
It's definitely an upgrade from Brissett.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to see the reaction he gets, and I'm curious to see how much of a difference he makes for that Cleveland Browns team. Because, I mean, I could kind of see that the Browns could probably be better or won more games if Watson was behind. Yeah. And other than Brissett, he has struggled in games and has hurt them. But, again, it's the Browns. They've struggled. They always struggle, seemingly. But I'm curious to see how that happens. I know he returns to practice this week and is not eligible to play until Houston. That's going to be a crazy game because it's in Houston as well. So
they know NFL know what they doing, man.
They do. Yeah. That's a game that I wouldn't mind, being on prime time watching that game because fans are going to be nuts that game.
Like they know exactly what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I was kind of pissed off when they extended his suspension to that, because I was like, I know what you still making money off of them because everybody want to watch that game. Like, it's ironic that you bring them back that game. So trash. NFL is trash. NFL is trash. That's all I'm saying. Dolphins 7-3, Browns 3-6. Speaking of the Texans, they lose to the Giants, 24-16. Giants are 7-2. Texans are 1-7-1. Saquon Barkley, who went up 7 points on Madden this week. 152 yards, 1 touchdown. Look at Slayton, 95 yards, 1 touchdown on 3 receptions. You have any thoughts on that game?
Other than I think the Giants are not frauds, but I don't think they're as good as we think they are, as their record displays. I think they easily lose to teams like the Cowboys or,
the Ravens,
the Bucks or
not the Bucks. They'll beat the Bucks.
Come on,
they'll beat the Bucks.
But higher tier teams, I think they'll struggle against. They're benefiting having that kind of sorry schedule because they were had the horrible record last year. But you have to give props to some of these guys that are playing really, really good. Saquon, Daniel Jones. Like, what do you do if you're the Giants? He's in his contract year. Do you bring back Daniel Jones next year, or give him a new contract, or do you go out and try to pick up a quarterback? The major questions going on over there in New York. But yeah, I mean, props to them for playing well. DeBoer is definitely, I think, coach of the year in my eyes. But yeah, other than that, not too much. Other than Texans are garbage.
You're gonna find out late in the season, aka playoffs, that Daniel Jones is still not that guy.
Okay.
They're doing a smart thing with him, which is something we talked about weeks ago, as far as like how they're using him, using his feet more and just doing quick passes. So, I mean, he's only throwing the ball like 15 to 18 times a game. So that's smart. 13 for 17, 197, 2 touchdowns this game. Sacked 3 times, lost 21 yards on the sack. King said Daniel Jones is about to become the highest paid QB in history. And that's not happening. If they win a Super Bowl, then yeah, but other than that, no.
He's a game manager. He's a guy that is definitely a game manager.
Yeah.
I think he's
Teddy Bridgewater.
He stepped up his game a little bit. I mean, he's making some throws that are pretty tough. I mean, not all throws he's making are simple ones. But again, it's Daniel Jones. If they do make the playoffs, and say it's a 3-team deal out of the NFC East, Giants will be on the road. And they'll probably have to play like a Tampa Bay or another divisional winner. So, do you really think they're going to win a playoff game? I do not.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a good story. It's a good NFL story to see the Giants do well, and they're playing hard. But this won't last very long, in my opinion.
We'll see who they have next once we do the predictions. Steelers take out the Saints. Steelers 3-7. I'm sorry, the Steelers are 3-6. And the Saints are 3-7. I don't even have nothing to say on that.
Yeah.
The Colts take out the Raiders. Another game I don't care for. 4-5 of the Colts. Jeff Saturday gets his first win. The Raiders are just pathetic, man. They were picked to make the playoffs this year.
Yeah. The only thing I get out of this, I don't know if you saw the post conference or press conference after the game with David Carr. Talking about how he wishes everyone in that locker room would come out and play and do the type of things that him and others do throughout the week just to perform on Sundays, and basically saying that the locker room is divided.
I believe it.
It's pretty crazy to see that when just last year they were one of the most close locker rooms in the NFL. They lost Gruden and they had that. I always forget the coach that they brought in that did so good with them, brought them into the playoffs. And they almost beat the Bengals in the first round. So, it's crazy how Josh McDaniels comes in and there's high expectations because they also get Devontae Adams. And you're thinking, Raiders, it's going to be a 3-team race in that division. And they just have been awful on both sides of the field. And it's crazy to hear those type of comments from David Carr, they're literally crying doing this press conference because he's so upset and angry. At the way that they're playing and performing, because he knows that they're better than that. And then they lose to the Colts, a team that's been struggling, a team that just brought in a coach that's never coached an NFL game ever.
Or college.
Or college. So it's just you can tell that he's hurting, and you can tell that they've been saying this on sports radio and all the shows that I've been watching, that at the end of the year, they're going to have to pick either the quarterback or the coach. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens at the end of the season with the Raiders.
Well, Devontae Adams went there for the quarterback, so we'll see what happens.
But do you really give up on McDaniels after one season?
I mean, the quarterback was in the playoffs last year. So
Yeah, I mean, true.
and now you talking about the locker room was divided? Yeah, it gotta be. Yeah, that's on coach. What up, Rob? And then the Sunday's game of the week for Fox Sports or Fox NFL on Fox. Packers take out the Cowboys 31-28
Who called it?
in
I
overtime.
did.
Yeah, whatever. I got a lot to say about this game. Dak Prescott, 27-46, 3 touchdowns, 265 yards. Aaron Jones, 138 yards. CeeDee Lamb had one of his best games, 11 catches, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers did not throw the ball a lot in this game, but when he did, it connected. 14-20, 224 yards, 3 touchdowns. AJ Dillon had 65 yards. They gave up 207 yards rushing. The Cowboys did. Christian Watson, 4 catches. This is Randy Moss-like numbers on Thanksgiving against the Cowboys. 4 catches, 107 yards, 3 touchdowns. Now let me ask you this, because this is what pissed me off. It wasn't the fact that they were winning, that the Packers did their thing. We said it 2 weeks ago that this is a dangerous game because the Packers are playing desperate and the Cowboys are just kind of coasting right now. So we agreed that this was a dangerous game. But why the hell did you not put Diggs on Watson at any point of the damn game?
That's the $1 million question. That man tore it all up and only had 3 catches, something like around those lines.
4 catches for 3 touchdowns.
That man tore it all up, and I mean, I guess they probably thought that he wasn't going to be a factor in the game. Who the hell was Diggs on then?
Lazard. That's why Lazard didn't do nothing.
That's just
King, Mr. Lazard's the best receiver in the NFL. He got shut down.
To be fair, I think if you're McCarthy, you're probably going to stick Diggs on Lazard because they're their best wide receiver. But after 2 home run bombs to Watson, I think at that point you might want to switch up a little bit and have Lazard be the guy that you have beat you, because Watson's the speed guy.
Yeah.
All I heard all telecast was that he's a faster version of Mike Evans, is what they were saying on the telecast. So I don't know why they didn't have the best corner on the Cowboys guarding him. Made really no sense. But
at all.
That's not the only reason why you guys lost. I mean,
but Packers that's a big reason, though.
The Packers had the Cowboys on the ropes that whole second half. They couldn't stop the run.
We was up 14. What you mean? We was up 14 going to the fourth quarter.
Once they came back
at the end of the game.
Quarter. Oh, no.
Yes, it was.
No, I think the Packers had the Cowboys right where they wanted them.
No, they did.
They were clicking on offense. They were running the ball on you guys. They were
down 14 with 5 minutes left.
Still. And what happened? The Packers scored, got the ball right back, scored again.
Because we don't put our best corner on the guy that's killing us. They're stupid.
I'm just saying, but the Cowboys looked bad Sunday in that fourth quarter. The first half, they were dominating. I thought this was going to be a blowout. CeeDee Lamb catches a long pass for a touchdown.
Yeah.
They're clicking. I mean, Dak threw 2 bad picks. One of them was on the tight end.
Both of them was on the receivers.
So, I mean, wasn't him. But I think it was just a bad game for the Cowboys. I mean, I don't think you could pick one reason. There was probably a certain amount of reasons on certain plays that were on certain players, but I think this was an overall bad game. You can't blame McCarthy for going for it on 4th down because he knew momentum was on Green Bay's side. I feel, this is what told me about McCarthy. McCarthy went for it on 4th because he didn't trust the Cowboys defense, which is crazy. He didn't trust them.
I wouldn't either.
He knew they had to score in order to win that game. If they kicked the field goal, I think McCarthy felt like the Packers would just drive downfield and win.
And look what they did when they got the ball. This is what Aaron Rodgers does to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as they brought it down to 7, I got on Facebook and said, we're about to lose. Everybody's like, no, man, you don't believe in your team. I said, bro, I've watched Aaron Rodgers torch the Cowboys for years. If we don't score after they brought it down to 7, After they brought it down to 7, if we don't score on this next drive, at least a field goal, they're gonna win the game. And that's what happened. Like, I've seen this too much, man. Like, this is ridiculous. Tony Pollard, 115 yards, good game for him.
Another good game, man. Yeah, another good game.
It really started off kind of slow though. It picked it up in the second half for him. That's when he started getting his. Yo, that's the thing. The third quarter was dominated by Dallas because we went to halftime tied 14-14. Again, Dak did throw those 2 picks. For the idiots who've never played football in your life that want to just get on here and blame Dak for everything just because that's the thing to do. Ooh, let's blame Dak. Dak makes this much. Dak, stay out of a grown man's pockets. First of all, loser. Worry about what you making. Stop worrying about what Dak is making. Michael Irvin said it. Greg Olsen said it. Scouts have said it. They made it clear that those picks wasn't on Dak. And if you played any type of football, even on Madden this year, you know that when you running inside routes, everything is on timing. When you running outside routes, everything is on timing. If it's a 5-step drop back and throw, that's what Dak is gonna do. And it's your job to be there. If you're not there, it's most likely an interception.
Yeah, that first one was definitely on Schultz because they even said it on the telecast. He was supposed to, I forgot, go in more on the corner, and he went more towards Lamb, and that made it, crowded in the red zone, and they were able to pick it off. So not everything was on Dak. I think Dak played fine. I just think the defense didn't show up when they have been all year, and McCarthy made a little bit of a bonehead call. I think on 4th and 4, a lot of people are going to criticize him for going for it instead of probably kicking a field goal. But again, I feel like at that point of the game, it's you got to go all in on it. And McCarthy wanted to win. He's playing against his old team.
Run the ball.
Yeah, I mean, they probably could have ran it a little bit more on that possession, but I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like they should have got that 4th and 4 regardless.
That's like Aaron Rodgers yelling at his coach when they threw the ball on 3rd and 1 instead of rush. Oh, it was 4th and 1, I believe. I'm sorry. Versus running the ball. He went straight to the coach. Run the effing ball. Like, couldn't nobody stop the run on either side?
No, they couldn't. No, both running backs were having field days yesterday or on Sunday. So yeah, again, it was a good win for the Packers. Was it a wake-up call for the Cowboys? Absolutely. And it doesn't get any easier. I'll play the Vikings next week. So,
and as far as the run defense, we got Dalvin Cook, Saquon Barkley. We not dead yet. Yes, you are, King. It's still over for y'all. That was your Super Bowl for the year. We got Dalvin Cook. We got Pierce. We got Jonathan Taylor. We got Saquon Barkley. We got Miles Sanders again. We got the Commanders running game again. And then we got Tennessee.
Yeah, better wake up.
To end the season. So the run defense better get it together. It's going to be some problems. So
yeah. And seeing how the Giants are playing and the type of teams that they're in front of them because of the weak schedule. Not saying that the Cowboys aren't going to make the playoffs, but they need to definitely be aware of what's going on and the teams that they're about to face because, 2 losses could take them out of the playoff run.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because the NFC East is loaded. So right now you're in 3rd place. But this is a bad loss. This is a bad loss. King Kush was good, man. This is a bad loss because if you want to consider yourself a great team and a real Super Bowl threat and a real contender, this is the type of game you win. It doesn't matter that it's Aaron Rodgers. They coming off a 5-game losing streak. That's your chance to put your foot on their neck and take them out for good for the season. They didn't do that. So now here you are. So that's a bad loss, and you got to play Minnesota next. That's a horrible loss. But let's keep it moving because I'll go on a full rant and we'll be here 3 hours just for me ranting on the Cowboys. So let's keep it moving. Cardinals take out the Rams. I might have to do a whole separate YouTube video just to rant on the Cowboys because I got a lot to say about that game. But let's keep it moving. Cardinals beat the Rams. Both starting quarterbacks were out. Colt McCoy, this is how this man keep a job. Every time he fills in for somebody, he comes in and win. Have you noticed that even when he was in Washington, he comes in and win?
Yeah. He always he's one of those guys that can come in and get you a win or two when needed. But again, they're playing a team that is just struggling bad. I mean, it's the Rams or just dropping like flies. I don't know if you just saw Cooper Kupp is out now for 4 weeks.
That was horrible.
So now he's out. Rams season is done.
He might as well sit out the rest of the season.
Yeah, there's no reason for him to play anymore. I don't know, man. Colt McCoy definitely took advantage of playing against a struggling Rams team. But yeah, you're right. He comes in and gets wins. It seems like all he does. It's kind of like the Jimmy G kind of a little bit of backup quarterbacks. But yeah, Cardinals get the win. Doesn't really mean nothing. I don't think they're going to be making any noise.
Nah.
In that division.
Unless Seattle just keep losing all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But yeah, Colt McCoy might be the greatest backup QB to ever play the game. Him and Cooper Rush are going at it for the greatest backup QBs ever, man. King, don't get on my, don't go from Twitch and go to YouTube and start putting cheese heads all up in the, get up out of here, man. Like, you either go cheer for them. Yeah, you know what? Matter of fact, run them YouTube comments up. That's fine. Because I'm trying to build YouTube. And I'm going to have an announcement about YouTube after this. Shit. Cardinals are 4-6. Rams are 3-6. Chargers lose again to the 49ers. Both teams are 5-4. 22-16. Garoppolo, 240 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Chargers, man, inconsistent.
That's the most inconsistent team in the league, man. There's games where they look absolutely fantastic and they look like Super Bowl contenders. And then you got games like this where they just the bed and they look like they're a team that won't do jack squat in the playoffs. I hate that, man. And I don't know who you put that on. I don't know if it's coaching or what, because I know a lot of people are after the coach for the Chargers.
Well,
it's just they should be a lot better than they are. Let's see what the pickups that they made. I know they're injured on the offense. They don't got Keenan Allen. They don't got Mike Williams. But they basically got third, fourth string wide receivers going out for them.
Yeah.
But again, still, they should be a lot better than they are.
Yeah. I can't even say I'm shocked by that game. It is what it is. I mean, both teams are pretty even teams.
Yeah. That was probably as even as you can get between two ball teams.
But the Chargers, I mean, 5-4, they still need to wake up because they got the Chiefs next.
Sheesh. Good luck.
So, but Mike Williams and Keenan Allen should be back for their game. So
they need them badly. They need them badly.
They went at it last year, so that was one of my favorite games last year. The Chiefs at the Chargers last year in LA. One of the best. I think it was a Monday night game. One of the best games of the season. And then we got the Commanders taking out the Eagles, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. We celebrating the 72 Dolphins, baby.
Oh, my
I'm celebrating with the Dolphins, baby. Let's go.
That's your Super Bowl, right? I'm losing. That's your
Super
Bowl.
Nah. It ain't my Super Bowl, baby. But that was the Commander Super Bowl. But I told y'all last week that it was a wrap. We are celebrating, baby. We are celebrating. Get them weak-ass Eagles out of here. They are over. You don't get the 72 Dolphins thing. That's the only team to ever go undefeated and win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Rob. Yeah, that's the only team that all went the full season and playoffs and Super Bowl without losing.
Yeah. 72 Dolphins. It won't be the Eagles. Hold that L. You got another one coming December 24th. If they play the Giants again, I got to look at their schedule. If they play the Giants again, that's another one. So they getting 3 L's this year. I'm just letting you know.
Wow.
Wow. He said Brett Hundley over Dan Marino. Get out of here. This guy here, man. But yeah, Heineke, 211 yards, 1 interception. Robinson was a beast on the ground. 86 yards, 1 touchdown. Scary Terry McLaurin just harassed Slay all night, and he really would have had more catches and more yards if it wasn't for Garner Johnson playing over the top and bailing him out on multiple plays, including that interception he got. So Terry McLaurin, 128 yards. The Commanders are hot. 5-5 now. I believe 4 or 5 straight they won. 4 straight they won. and the Eagles are 8-1. Now they got a decision to make between not Sauce Gardner. Rob Sauce played for the Jets. I said Gardner. You know who I'm talking about. Whatever his name
The
is.
former Saint.
Yeah,
The former Saint.
Gardner. Yeah. Gardner Johnson, whatever his name is. That's his last name, Gardner. That's what I said. Stupid. Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who I'm talking about. You just trying to act dumb because that's your former team buddy that you got rid of for no reason. Now your defense is ass and you miss them. Hey, Washington, can't sleep on Washington now. They slowly moving up. Now, they got a QB decision to make. He said he's still heartbroken. They got a QB decision to make, which I feel like they're going to make the wrong one, and it's going to be hilarious. I feel like Carson Wentz is going to come back and play.
You can't make that. You got to keep him. You got to keep Heineke at quarterback right now. You got to ride with the hot hand. You've been winning games with Heineke as well. You may not be the quote-unquote better quarterback if you want to debate on that. You can, but I feel like
Take a shot for the
you gotta stick with Heineke at the moment. Oh, look at this man!
take a shot for the
this
Dolphins, baby. Let's go. No,
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm not worried about Washington at all.
why not? They got a good defense.
They're not gonna make they got a good defense, but they're not gonna win the playoffs. They're not gonna make the playoffs in that division. It's just too strong.
He said this is sports drink cast now. Yeah, this is drink champions of sports. There you go. That's
There
what
you
we
go,
do.
there
We
you
the
go.
drink champs of sports now. But the Bengals, Patriots, Jets, Ravens all had a bye week. It was a pretty good week, man. Some good games this week. I ain't gonna lie. Even with the Cowboys losing, it was still a good game to watch, especially at the end. It got real entertaining. And I guess we can just go ahead and get into power rankings into next week. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get into our power rankings. All right, y'all know what it is. Second week of our power rankings, ladies and gentlemen. Top 5. You want to go first again, or you want me to go ahead and start this one?
I'll let you go first. Let's switch it up. Switch it up a little bit.
All right. He put me on the spot early, so let me type in my number 5. It's a tough. The 5th one is the hardest one because I got 2 teams battling for that 5th spot. And right now, let me think. I got 2 teams battling for that 5th spot. Let me think. You put me on the spot real early too. That's crazy. I had them in my head, but you put me on the spot. It's between the Titans and the Dolphins, but I'm gonna take the Dolphins at number 5. If I can spell Dolphins, I'll put Dolphin. Number 4, I still got the Ravens. Even though they had a bye week, but they're still the Ravens. Number 3, I got the Eagles.
Wow. All right.
Number 2, I got the Chiefs. Let me put number 2 so y'all can see that. My bad. I got the Chiefs. Number 1, gotta put the Vikings. Like,
Okay.
how do you not put the Vikings at number 1? And that's my top 5. So who you got?
All right. So by default, since they had a bye, I'm taking the Ravens out. I still think they're like the number 6 in my power rankings. I'm taking Buffalo out of my power 5. They were in my last week, but I'm taking them out. I'm putting the Titans at number 5.
They wasn't in mine.
I think they're on the right track, moving on up. And despite all the injuries, they're playing still pretty good ball. So I'm going to get the Titans at number 5. Number 4, I got to go with the Dolphins. Can't deny how good they're playing. 4 games in a row they've won. You got Tua and those rival series clicking. It's hard not to put them in the top 5. So I got the Dolphins at number 4. I have Philly dropping all the way from 1 to 3. Just because of the type of team they lost to. I'm going to put them at number 3. I have the Chiefs at number 2. And then how can you deny the Vikings winning 7 in a row? You got to put them at number 1.
All right, there it is. It was an easier week this week to do the top 5 power rankings. Y'all see it on the screen. Titans, Dolphins, Eagles, Chiefs, and Vikings number 1 for Tony. For me, Dolphins, Ravens, Eagles, Chiefs, Vikings. Some of this spacing is all off right now, but hey, this is what happens when you yeah, that's what happens when you're doing it live and you're trying to multitask. So Rob said he can't trust the Titans. Let me read somebody because they was putting their comments. Let me see. Let me go back up. King said dog. Packers, Giants, Dolphins, Commanders, Bills. Like what the hell, bruh? I know Rob said Ravens, Dolphins, Chiefs, Eagles, Vikings. All right.
Yeah.
King, get your ass.
I almost kept the Ravens in there, but I feel like the Titans are playing better than the Ravens, in my opinion.
They're not.
We'll see what happens.
They're not. But let's get into week 11 predictions, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep it moving. Once again, Tony is the winner of week 10, so that's 2 weeks for Tony. Let's get
I
into.
got my 2 upset winners right. So how about that?
Yeah.
How about that?
A clock is right at least twice
like
a day.
that?
You know what I'm saying?
You like that?
A clock is right at least twice a day. So we gotta let them have something. Rob, I don't know when the last time you won, boy. You tripping. Ooh, King, since your Packers are back, y'all taking on the Tennessee Titans Thursday night game in Green Bay. Who you got?
Titans. I got the Titans.
I got the Titans as well. Of course, King put the Packers. Look at the bottom of the screen.
Packers had a tough time stopping Pollard. Imagine how they're going to try to stop freaking Derrick Henry.
Yep.
Good luck with that.
And Tannehill is back.
Yeah.
Rob said Derrick Henry about to have a field day. Look at the bottom of your screen. you know it says leave your predictions on YouTube for a chance to win merch/gift card. So even if you leave them here on Twitch, leave them on YouTube as well.
Yes.
That's the only way you get locked
YouTube,
in.
folks. YouTube.
It's never been so hard to give away free stuff. It's never been so hard to give away free stuff. All I ask for is participation. And share it with your friends so they can participate, even if they don't follow or watch the show. That's all I ask for. But hey, I appreciate the ones that come through every week and make it worth something because it makes the week even better. Just to something to look forward to for the games that don't matter, like the Saints and the Colts. But I got the Titans as well. I think the Titans win. Packers are on a high right now. I still think the Titans are the better team. Chicago at Atlanta.
I'm going to go Chicago.
Of course you are. I'm going with Atlanta. Of course you're going for Chicago. You just want Atlanta to lose so they won't take that division. I got Atlanta. Cleveland at Buffalo.
Oof. I mean, sheesh. I gotta go Buffalo. I don't see the Browns going into Buffalo and beating them.
Buffalo favored by 8. Let me look through this schedule. I'm trying to find an upset of the week. That ain't gonna be it. I'll take Buffalo too. Buffalo too. Rob got the Browns. Yeah, all right. This is gonna be my upset of the week. Eagles at the Colts.
I thought about going with the Colts here, but I think Eagles win. I think I gotta go with the Eagles.
Jonathan Taylor is about to have a field day with this Eagles defense after what happened in Washington. And they in Indianapolis. Eagles are favored by 6.5. They were favored by 11 last night and still lost, by the way. I'm going for the Colts. I think Stephon Gilmore gives them problems. I think he gives Jalen Hurts problems on the defensive side. So, and then, I'm going for the Colts. Jets at the Patriots rematch.
I'm going to go Jets this time. I know Pats beat up on them last time they played, but I'm going to go New York Jets.
The Patriots just is a bad matchup for them, man. They are a bad matchup for the Jets.
They are.
I'm gonna go with the Jets though. Still, the Jets coming off a bye week. I think they'll be on track. New England is favored by 3. A game nobody cares about, but this is why we do the betting, not the betting, but the predictions and all this, so it can mean something. The Rams at the Saints.
Oh boy, without Cup, maybe I don't know if Stafford's gonna play.
Saints gotta win this.
I'm gonna say Saints.
They have to win this. Like, Saints gotta win this. I said that last time and I picked them and they lost. So Saints favored by 4 points. I'm gonna take the Saints too. They better win that game. That's all I'm gonna say. Detroit. Ooh, this a sleeper. This a tricky one. Detroit at the Giants.
This is my upset pick of the week. I'm gonna have to go Lions over the Giants.
I already gave an upset over the week, huh? So I might have to.
Lions over them. I just feel like the Lions are playing good right now.
I will not be shocked if Detroit beat them, but since I've already did my upset of the week, I'm gonna stick with the Giants and let you have this one with the Lions. I'll let this one be your big upset. Panthers at Ravens.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ravens all the way.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
There's no way.
Oh, okay.
There's
Thought
no
you about
way
to say the
Panthers
Panthers.
win. Nah, there's no way.
Hey Rob, I hope you right on them Lions, man. Hey, but I'll let Tony have that one for the upsets, as I already did the Colts over the Eagles. Yeah, Ravens flock all day. They favored by 12.5. Commanders at the Texans. Another win for the Commanders.
Yeah, it's tough to pick the Texans over. I know that's a home game too, but yeah, it's hard to pick the Texans over the Commanders at this point.
They're about to be 6-5. Like, all right, those sleep. Man, that NFC is wide open right now. NFC is wide open right now. We still got 7 games to go. Raiders at Broncos. Broncos country. Let's ride.
Oh man, that's gonna be a barn burner there. I'm gonna go. Damn, I'm gonna go Raiders. I'm gonna go Raiders.
No way the Raiders beat the Broncos at home. So I'm going with Denver. Tough one here. Cowboys at the Vikings.
Oh, Vikings at home. Good luck.
How are we favored by 1?
That's crazy to me. That's just insane.
So this game is tricky because right now I personally think the Vikings are a better team. But for some reason, the Cowboys give the Vikings hell. Ever since Kirk Cousins got there. So I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas won. And then the Vikings are riding this high right now. So they might have celebrated a little too much, and then you got the Cowboys coming in pissed off, coming off a loss that was bad. So you might end up with a team that's big headed right now, and a team that's coming for action, for revenge. So man, I think the Vikings are still better. And then you got to stop Jefferson and Cook.
Yeah.
And then you got Thielen on the other side. Jordan Lewis is out. Anthony Brown
Hawkinson
might not
too.
play. Anthony
It's a tough
Barr might not
matchup for the
play.
Cowboys, man. Be tough.
It really depends on Zeke might not play. Man, like, so Dallas have to win this. Dallas need this game more, so I'm gonna pick them because they need it more. The Vikings can lose and be just fine. Dallas lose, they're in trouble, especially when Washington is about to get their 6th win as well. So Dallas has to win this game, and I feel like they're going to win. Plus, again, for whatever reason, we just give the Vikings hell, even with Cooper Rush last year. Like, we just give them hell. I don't understand what it is about the Vikings, but we just give them hell every year, every time we play them. So, Bengals at the Steelers.
I kind of want to pick Steelers, but I gotta go Bengals.
Bengals need this win too. They 5-4.
Yeah, they need to win to keep up with the Ravens as well. So and the AFC in general. So yeah, Cincinnati.
Is it possible for the whole division to make the playoffs? Yes. But for that to happen, Rob, it's a lot that has to happen. Like, you already getting only one team out the South, NFC South. And then you got to have the rest of the NFC East have better records than the rest of the NFC West and all that, which right now they do. So
It's possible, but will it happen? Probably not.
yeah. So one team in the NFC East is going to be screwed this year. So I got the Bengals over the Steelers. Chiefs at the Chargers. Kansas City is favored by 7.
Man. I just think Chargers have way too many injuries to keep up with the Chiefs. I'm going to go Kansas City.
They just inconsistent. And now Kansas City is figuring it out with Kadarius Toney. So, yeah. I'm going to take the Chiefs as well. It's going to be a good game, though. I'm going to take the Chiefs, though. 49ers at Arizona.
Oh, man. I guess it all depends if Kyler Murray plays, which we don't know yet. So
San Francisco is favored by 8.
I'm going to go with the notion that Kyler isn't playing. I think regardless if he plays at all, I think it's the Niners. I think the Niners win. Regardless if he plays or not.
I'm trying to look it up now. He's questionable.
Yeah, I'm still going to go Niners.
I'm going to go with the Niners as well. Trying to think. Because last time Kyler Murray played, I don't know if y'all seen the clip going around where him and Hopkins was getting into it a little bit.
Yeah.
Hopkins was like, hey, what are you seeing, bro? Like, what are you seeing right now? So, yeah, they was getting into it on the sidelines the last week that Kyler played. So, but that's it. That's NFL predictions. Once again, leave it on YouTube for your chance to win a gift card. I pushed the wrong button there. And before we get off, let's get into some NCAA. As you see, the top 4 teams did not change at all, ladies and gentlemen. Let me pull up the rankings right now just to see who did move and who did not move. Yeah, he did say, I'm going to give you the ball, calm the F down. But that's not what he was asking. He was saying, I want to win. So, but yeah, let's move to college football. Georgia, number 1, Ohio State. Number 2, Michigan, number 3. TCU, told you, still number 4. Tennessee is still number 5. But now Oregon has dropped to number 12. LSU is now number 6 in the AP top 25. 8-2 LSU. USC is 9-1. Alabama is number 8 at 8-2. Clemson is number 9 at 9-1. Utah is snuck in the top 10 at 8-2. Penn State is 8-2. Ole Miss fell to number 14. Washington is now in the top 15 at 8-2. Let's look at some scores and let's look at some schedules to see if we change anything. Yes. Rest in peace to the Virginia players who lost their lives thanks to another Virginia player, which is just
bullshit, man.
At a party. It's just, you can't do nothing no more these days. Like, you can't do nothing. USC put up 55 on Colorado. Georgia beat Mississippi State 45-19. Ohio State 56-14 over Indiana. Michigan 34-3 over Nebraska. TCU beats Texas 17-10. Tennessee put up 66 on Missouri. Oregon lost 37-34 at home to Washington. LSU barely escapes Arkansas 13-10. Alabama took out number 11 Ole Miss. So Ole Miss is now eliminated from the SEC championship game thanks to Bama. Clemson beat Louisville. Utah beat Stanford. Arizona upset at UCLA 34-28. That's pretty much all the important games. You know, Florida State dominated Syracuse, by the way. I just want to throw that in there. Good old FSU. So let's get to week 12. Let's see if we got any big games.
There's some big games. We got USC versus UCLA. And Utah versus Oregon.
Michigan and Illinois.
Kentucky versus Georgia. I mean, it's a battle of ranked teams, but I don't think Kentucky stands a chance. That's pretty much about it, like big matchup wise. I mean, you got TCU going to Baylor. Could be a possible upset.
That's a sleeper. Yeah, that's a sleeper game.
Definitely USC and UCLA will be on a lot of people's television screens because if they lose, a lot of teams will be moving up to that top 10.
Utah and Oregon is a good game too to watch out for.
Yeah, absolutely.
So who do you have winning that UCLA USC game in UCLA?
Man, that's tough. Sheesh. I mean, I know it's in UCLA, but USC always travels well. I'm gonna go USC. USC pulls off that win.
I want USC to win, but I think UCLA pulls off the upset.
Okay, I wouldn't be shocked about that. I actually kind of hope that happens. It's always good when there's like craziness in the top 10.
Yeah. Of course, Rob is Ohio State. He's pulling for Illinois. And he said he got Baylor with the upset, too. And that's a sleeper game, man. The Big 12 Texas games be crazy, man. So,
and it's on the road as well. So, I mean, it's not as like foregone as everyone thinks. So, TCU is going to go in there and just dominate.
yeah.
It'd be a close game. Definitely could.
Who you have between Utah and Oregon?
I think Utah win.
Really?
I think Utah wins. Yeah.
I can't see Oregon losing 2 straight. Both teams are 8-2 in Oregon. I got to give it to Oregon on that one. I'll give it to Oregon on that. And then next week is going to be a big week, but we'll get into it once that happens. You said you got Georgia beating Kentucky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Georgia should beat Kentucky with no problem. The Packers
think
just
Georgia-
released Amari Rodgers.
Yeah, I saw that. That even a big deal? I think he fumbled against the Cowboys, didn't he?
Oh, that's crazy though. They just came off a win. Maybe they signing Odell.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they signing Odell. We'll see.
Yeah.
Now Odell said he wants to go to a winning team. Right now the Packers are not in the playoffs, so I don't see that happening. But who do you think Odell lands with? That's a good question. Let's get back into the NFL. Who do you think Odell lands with?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I think first, I know he named teams. I think he named Cowboys, Giants, and I know he made like 3 other teams, Rams, but I don't think he'll go back to the Rams.
Oh no, they out.
I think he goes. I honestly think he goes to the Cowboys.
What's taking so long?
I don't know. I don't know what's holding them back from them signing or him going to anywhere, but I just feel like he goes to the Cowboys. He benefits more for going to the Cowboys.
Cowboys need him the most because right now Michael Gallup is not the same. He's not the same guy that he was before the injury. And he said it himself a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago now, that it's mental with him. That like he's still not comfortable, even though he's 100% healed. He's still not comfortable like with making certain cuts and doing certain plants. And you can see it. Like he's not the same. That was our deep threat. And the guy to go over the top, the last 2 years, and he's not even close to that right now. Did you mute yourself? I can't hear you.
I don't know why.
There you go. Now you back.
That was weird. I feel like if he's gonna go somewhere, the Cowboys make the most sense, other than maybe the Chiefs.
But the Chiefs don't even need him though.
Well, that's the only other team that, like the Chiefs, Cowboys. Who else needs a receiver? Maybe the Ravens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see him going back to the Rams or the Giants or
Somewhere cold. I don't see it happening.
I think Dallas would be the best fit for him.
Well, we'll see. Because I'm just like, can we like hurry it up? Because we need to get this man ready for at least the last 4 games before we go into, the playoffs, the last 3 or 4 games, because it's going to take a while for him and Dak to connect and all that, right?
Yeah. Get that chemistry going. Yeah, absolutely.
So, like, it's time to start making a move, and that's our only choice. They're not going to get Antonio Brown.
No, nobody wants him.
Like, who else is out? I mean, you have, like, the Kyle Fullers out there with the speed, but nobody seems to want him either. Which is shocking to me. I'm surprised he's not on anybody's team right now.
I think Odell's. I don't think it's the teams. I think it's Odell.
Well, I'm talking about Fuller.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know what's up with that.
I figured somebody would have picked him up. He's not like a number one, but he's a good option. Will Fuller, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm saying Kyle
Well,
Fuller.
Fuller
my bad.
seems to be a guy that just kind of travels from team to team. No one really feels very confident in him. He was just like on the Dolphins, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe just teams don't feel like he's worth the shot. And I guess Odell is. And this Odell's just taking his time on who he's going to go with.
You know who, speaking of wide receivers, you know who the Raiders miss that I just thought about? Henry Ruggs. Man, he messed it up. He messed it up, man. So he messed it up bad. Because Henry Ruggs was balling last year. And it was a big reason they was in the playoffs. If you had Henry Ruggs and Devontae Adams, man, God, I hate that now. He messed it up. He messed it up big time.
He absolutely did. Yeah. He was at that deep, fast threat. He opened up the field.
Man, I'm going to get mad thinking about it because I was a Henry
threw it
Ruggs
all the
fan. Coming out of Alabama, too. Y'all know I like Alabama. I was a Henry Ruggs fan, so that'll piss me off talking about it. So let's move on to our last topic. It's real quick. It's a couple of NBA trade rumors. Trade rumors. Let's go. Yeah, Rob, chill. Rob, got it. But yeah, there's a couple of trade rumors. One is Minnesota is interested in trading for Kyrie Irving if Brooklyn don't want him. Another one is Ben Simmons. It's a good chance Ben Simmons ends up as a Maverick.
Jeez.
And I'm like, I got mixed emotions about that. And then the most recent one, I just saw it. Where's my phone? My phone's behind me. Miles Turner has been linked to
I saw that to the Clippers, I think, right?
Yeah, the Clippers.
That'd be a good pickup for the Clippers. They need some sort of a big man. I don't understand the Ben Simmons to the Mavs trade. I don't really understand that one, but I guess if they want a guy that can be a possible lockdown defender, sure. Or give Doncic some time off the ball, because I know Simmons can dribble, he can facilitate. So I don't understand that trade too much because I feel like you're going to give up a lot for him.
I don't think you are.
I don't know, man. Tim Hardaway, I think, is not a great, but he's a good role player who can shoot.
I let Hardaway go quickly for Ben Simmons.
Okay. I mean, you watch more Mavs games than I do, so I'll take your opinion for it. Kyrie to the Timberwolves, I just don't think happens. Like, they're gonna have to give up a lot to get Kyrie.
Yeah.
I don't think the Nets are just gonna let him go for pennies. I got to give up draft picks, probably players as well.
I think they'll take draft picks, D'Angelo Russell and Rudy Gobert.
I wouldn't do that, man. I wouldn't do that.
It's Minnesota. They don't get stars. You know Minnesota would take that in a heartbeat.
It more than likely would, but I wouldn't give up Gobert. I know right now it's not really working with Gobert and Towns together, and if you want to give up on that already, fine, that's their prerogative. But
yep.
I just feel like you try to keep Gobert. If you want to give up Russell, yeah, that's fine. Give up Russell, maybe a couple of first-round picks the next couple of years. Maybe someone else that they have on that roster. I would try to keep Gobert.
But imagine Kyrie with Anthony Edwards and Cat. That's a dangerous three.
That's a good trio. Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it will work better. And then as far as Brooklyn, it will work better because the drama is gone. And
Drama's gone, yeah.
You giving KD some shooters around him and a big man, which they desperately need. They need a big man. So with the Ben Simmons thing, KD just needs scores around him, somebody they can catch and shoot.
Yeah.
And Tim Hardaway is that guy. Bertans is that guy. Who else they said might be rumored? Dwight Powell. I'll trade him too. So
I don't know. Simmons is risky, man. He's a risky player to pick up.
He is.
I'm saying that he wouldn't help, because he probably would in certain aspects for the Mavs, but I wouldn't just hit that panic button right now for the Mavs. I know they're not probably playing up to par that they should, but I wouldn't hit that panic button yet.
I don't think it's a panic button. I think it's just something they know they need deep, because Reggie Bullock is not doing good on either side of the ball right now.
I feel like there's guys that you could probably get for less.
But
That will do the nitty gritty work that Simmons does.
look, I'm perfectly fine as long as we don't give up Christian Wood, Luka, Spencer, or Dodo. Everybody else on the trade block, as far as I'm concerned. Everybody else, if we can find something good, let them go. And that's the reason they did a whole bunch of these 1-year contracts, or they got people that's on expiring contracts because it's easier for them to trade them. So
Yeah.
Dallas will make some trades this year,
Oh yeah.
honestly. But the thing about being like he's mentally weak.
Yeah. He
And
is,
that's my
definitely.
problem with him. I feel like Jason Kidd can get him to, only thing we need him to do is play defense, be a good ball handler, rebound, kick it out. He ain't got to score here like he got to score in Brooklyn because we got shooters all around him. But he's mentally weak, man.
He is. He is.
So
Big time week.
But that's all I got, man. The Celtics moved up to number 1 in the East. They took over the number 1 spot. They 11-3. Milwaukee is 10-3. Philly, Joel Embiid had a big game, 59 points. They're 7-7. Miami is 7-7. This is crazy.
It's a lot of what's the word I'm trying to look up? That's what I can't think of the damn word right now. Just
Mediocre.
ignore me. Not mediocre, but it's a lot of, about the same amount of teams. A lot of teams are playing at the same level right now.
Yeah.
It's still early. Again,
Yeah.
it's we're just in November. By the time January, February, near that All-Star game, you'll see more teams kind of separating themselves from the pack.
Yeah. It really don't matter until Christmas games.
Yeah,
That's
when
how
it
the
starts-
NBA
That's when it
works.
starts picking up.
Yeah, so and then the Mavericks play the Lakers at Christmas. Man, them tickets are crazy for their game. To sit in the nosebleed is $200.
Oh, gee.
And I was like, the Lakers not even good. Like I understand it's
just
LeBron,
the Lakers.
but
Yeah,
like,
it's the Lakers. Man. It's just the damn Lakers.
I'm not
You're right.
paying
Yeah, it's just-
$200.
It's insane.
I'm not paying
Yeah.
$200 to have my back up against the wall at the arena. I'm sorry. It's just
Yeah, I
not
was trying
happening.
to get Spurs tickets to see because they're trying to do this here in San Antonio. They're playing at the Alamo Dome.
Oh,
Where the Royal Rumble is going to be. So they're trying to do a massive sellout and have the biggest crowd in NBA history. The tickets are still crazy, like $200-$300 even for nosebleed. But it's the Warriors.
oh well. They know
So
people
it's-
go pay to see the Warriors.
Yeah, so it's just they're trying to break this record, but they're still having crazy prices for the tickets.
They acting
I'm
like
sure
they
they'll
do.
lower.
They acting like they
You
the
think it'd
Royal
be the
Rumble.
Yeah, you would think it'd be the opposite. Like they would start, cheap ass tickets. Because when I was little, I remember going to Alamo Dome and watching games for $10.
Yeah.
Now it's like $350 for to go see the Warriors play. It's crazy.
well, nobody. Everything is higher than what it was. So back
Yeah,
then,
unfortunately. Yeah.
which is stupid. Everybody just everybody money hungry, man. But that's the show. What happened to Trace? What you talking about, Trace McGrady, Rob?
I
don't
have
even know
no
what
idea.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
So, well, in that case, that is the show, ladies. Because I have no idea what
Me
he's
neither.
talking about. I haven't seen anything about Trace McGrady in a while, maybe 3 months now. So he must have said something crazy because I don't see anything about Trace McGrady. But shout out his comments on commentary. Just watch right after this. All right. Well, shout out
All
to
right.
Tony for coming through.
Absolutely, man. I always appreciate you having me.
Go ahead and pimp out what you got to pimp out.
Nothing. We'll be live tomorrow night for AEW Dynamite. So if you guys want to come and hang out and watch AEW with us, feel free. Also, we'll be on Saturday too for Full Gear. So dope if you're free.
Oh, yeah.
Stop on by.
Yeah, we did talk about that Sunday. So Full Gear, I will be at home. So yeah, we can do that 4-man boot.
We can do the 4-man booth. So let me know. We'll get it going.
And then we got Survivor
yeah.
Series right after that.
Yes, sir. So yeah,
Man.
just let me know what's up. And I always appreciate you having me on. It's always a pleasure. It's always fun.
Yes, sir.
And definitely looking forward to more shows to come.
Yes, sir. What up, Scooby? Make sure you follow my guy
Scooby
Scooby as
Snacks.
well, man, on Twitch. You see the name on the screen. Search that name right there with 2 zeros. Make sure you follow him. So YouTube, my goal was to get 1,500 by January. and I looked on it today, and it was like 1,510 people, man. So I just want to say maybe I thought too low, I guess. But I just want to say I appreciate all the new subscribers, even if you're not watching the videos. You come in just because you watch the shorts that I post, the YouTube shorts. That seems to be like the hot thing on YouTube. People coming through watching that, and they comment on like the community page and all that. So shout out to y'all. It's a lot of wrestling fans I've noticed. So that's good and bad, because you know I've been trying to mix everything else in. But hey, we'll see. I posted a Dave Chappelle Saturday Night Live reaction video to YouTube yesterday. So far it's blocked, so I don't understand, because I've seen at least 30 other people post the same reaction videos, and I don't know how mine gets blocked. I guess it's a method to it, because what I've been noticing is they'll play some of the video and stop it, and then play it again. And one dude even said, y'all got to pause it like every 30 seconds for copyright issues. So I might redo that tonight and post it. But yeah, I tried to do it. It's like a quick 25-minute video showing his monologue and another skit and me reacting to it, and they was like no. So we'll see. I might do it. What time is it? I might do it before I go back to work. So
there you go.
Much love to y'all, man. Keep sharing.
Congrats on that, man. Awesome.
Man, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. We're steady growing. Keep sharing the stream. I got to get these people to come to YouTube, watch live. He said Tim. See, I was about to say it's Tim Hardaway. This guy here, man. Go get out of here, bro. It's like I ain't heard nothing about no Tracy McGrady, bro. He's sitting there talking about Tim Hardaway the whole time. Man, I knew he wasn't crazy. But yeah, we're trying to get people to more people to come in, like on the stuff that's not wrestling. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Like we did pretty good.
I got you.
We did pretty good on the music podcast with Justin and Benny from MGK band and Blackpink and all that. So that was a good video. It got over like 200 views on YouTube. But I want the sports podcast to be getting those numbers as well. So I feel like we have a great show here. I put a lot of work into these overlays and getting the show together and all that. Tony is joining me now. Like, this is making it even better. So, yeah, man, tell these people to come through. If you got people that watch sports and they don't like that ESPN BS where it's just headline, just for the sake of headlines, you know, just tell them to come try us out. That's all we ask for. Just try us out. If you don't like it, cool. But try it. He said, who the heck is... What's up, Richie Vargas, man?
This guy.
What's up, Richie Vargas? But yeah, just come try us out, man. That's all I ask. If they don't like it, that's cool. That's cool. We not for everybody. So it is what it is. We like to keep it honest and real here. It's pretty much unfiltered. Speaking of keep it real, there's a lot of people backtracking on Kyrie Irving now, which is hilarious. There's a lot of backtracking. Stephen A. Smith backtracking. Shannon Sharp backtracking. Getting into it with Skip about the punishment now. Ever since, the NBA players were like, nah, this is not right. Jaylen Brown is going hard right now for Kyrie.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Jalen's going crazy over that.
Yeah, it's a lot of backtracking going on. I'm just sitting back laughing. Drinking on my Eagles tears and laughing. That's what I'm doing. We drinking Eagles tears all night, baby. Well, all week. Let me say that. All week, because they don't play again on Sunday. Eagles tears, baby. I know we lost, but I don't care. The Eagles lost. That's all that matters to me. So, but yeah, y'all be safe, man. We gonna take you back to this intro just in case you missed it, because people was laughing at that, man. Y'all be safe. And
y'all have a good one.
We are out.
Peace.
Let's ride. Let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Let's ride. Let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
One more time, Broncos country, let's ride.
Broncos country, let's ride. Let's ride. Let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Let's ride. Let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
One more time, Broncos country, let's ride.